record the chat.
Let's not record the chat?
No, not the pre-webinar, no.
Yeah.
Well,
So wait until the webinar officially starts before you hit the record.
Well, I'll record in case some of it I can use. How's that?
Yeah. What do you want to go over tonight?
Well, I have an idea about the campaign we made, I'll really push hard on starting next week.
What type of campaign?
Okay, so you want me to start now until I wait till a little after 5 o'clock?
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
Yeah, let's wait until the webinar starts.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think Ethel shouldn't be having any problems. She said that she's in Manhattan. There's plenty of signal in Manhattan.
Yeah. Here's Jan. Hey, Jan, can you hear us? Don't know yet.
Jan? James?
Can't see you either.
Or is that James? Oh.
Hey.
There he is.
Can you hear us?
Hi, everyone.
Yes. All right. Great. I need to turn my volume up a little bit so I can hear you guys better. So Ethel's trying to get audio. And it's not even quite 5 yet, almost. But we'll wait a few minutes after before we, start talking about the webinar.
I was just wondering if, because what paused me from coming on, because I came on and I saw you on, Carol.
Yeah.
And then I got a ding ding from the Wolfpack thing. And I went to it with Mark. And so I had to respond to that.
Oh, shoot. Well, I guess I missed that one. What do you say?
Well, no, you're on there. It's like it says, well, isn't he going? Well, he's going to do some kind of video or something.
Right, for us.
Yeah,
for tomorrow night, I think.
I was just thinking, I hope he's not going to do it during our webinar.
No, I think did he say, because he posted that before, that's going to be for tomorrow night?
He didn't mention any time. I didn't see anything where he just said future.
Okay, let me double check it because I had thought I put my eyes on so that I can read it.
Right. Let's see.
Oh,
that's the alarm saying that the webinar is beginning.
Oh, okay. That long thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing about you have to go and post underneath that one post.
Well, which I did.
Saying them waiting for the lesson.
I see what you did too. All of us did.
Oh yeah, we better. But there was one prior to that somewhere. Let's see. Webinar where I share this new information. Lessons, comments. Nope, that's not the one either.
How you doing, Chris?
Let's see.
Just saying hi to everybody that's popping in. It's time.
Yeah. So we should give them a minute to pop in, I guess. Hey, Chris. Oh, we hear you. Can't see you. I guess I'll put that out. Well, we can just let others pop in. I'm sure they're, hey, Chris, how you doing? Good to see you. I haven't for a while. So it was really great to, hear from Mark today, wasn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely. Yes.
Really, yesterday too. So,
yesterday.
That's just the fact that he pops in and says, "Hi, gang. I'm really busy with my mom, so I'll see you later." It's like that's all we need.
Yeah. Well, I guess I just know that he is, and so it doesn't bother me not hearing from him. I just know what we're supposed to be doing, so I try to encourage us to do what I know we're supposed to be doing while he's gone. But it is good to hear from him. Obviously. So, and I'm really excited that his attitude, that all that anger and hurt and dismay that he's had, that he's going to turn that around and put it in.
And I just see, and I'm just going, I'm listening, and I'm going, when I'm reading it, I'm going, I'm part of this plan. I love it.
Right. Yes. And I have a lot of that. And I think that probably over my lifetime in the years, I've had so many things go on with me that that's what I did. Is I always took all those frustrations and those hard times, and I put it into my work. You know, it was my only escape. And that's probably why I did so well in all of them, because I know what he's talking about. When you take that anger or whatever it is and you turn it around into something positive, what you want to do, it really helps eliminate it. It gets it away from you. And you can, the universe is the limit, not just the sky.
And the product makes it a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. Touché. So very true. So anyway, in hearing from Mark, this really kind of helps coincide with what I'd really like to try to do. A lot of us, like when we kind of started and we all started getting our products, Mark wanted us to make a quick little video, a little happy video.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us did, some didn't, and I'm going to redo mine too. But I'd really like to see us do is for all of us to do one, just a short one. I mean, like less than a minute.
A commercial?
And
a happy commercial?
not mention the product, not mention your links or anything of that nature. Just something about, I'm so happy I found a way to release dopamine, the oxytocin, the serotonin, endorphins, all naturally, toxic free, completely, totally non-addictive. And I am so happy. This is so great, guys, something like that. And then leave it more or less like that. And then what we could do is use each other's videos too. And like say, starting on Monday, so it gives us a few days to get them together. Put them in the group. I'll approve them. And then if we all can use each other's and really start tossing up social media with these happy videos. I mean, my gosh, and really soak it, especially if we're using each other's too. To really get people, it's that, I had this problem with my group too. I don't know why this word keeps leaving me. When you do a post that doesn't have any information on it, it's called something. What's that called?
I'm not good.
Curiosity post.
Curiosity post.
Oh.
I don't know why that word won't stick in my brain, but, well, it's my brain. That's why. Hush, Chris. It's called being old. But anyway, yes, lots of curiosity posts, especially if they're little videos of us doing this. People start wondering, what is this? And it would I think it's going to coincide with Mark then coming back in these drips and drabs, that he seems like he's going to start doing. And then by the first of the year, boom. I just think that'd be a wonderful idea. And also use like just maybe happy posts, not a video, but just things that say stuff about happiness. See what I'm saying? Do you agree, disagree, have any other ideas? Talk to me.
Well, so I've done a little research, and happy is right up in the top 2 of getting people's attention online. Right. The word happy. Yeah. People see the word happy and they're attracted to it.
Right. Exactly. Because we just want to be happy, right? Any other thoughts? Inspirations?
Mm-hmm.
Bradley? George. Brady, George, Jim, John, whoever. Again.
No, that's a good idea, because a lot of the videos are usually, I'm sorry, I'm looking at something else here. A lot of videos are 2 to 5 minutes long, which is just too long. Right. I think a minute or under is great.
Yeah.
And as they're posted, if, myself, I know that I can download them and put them into a series if I wanted to.
Right. Well, we could do that with all of ours later.
Right.
Run them.
And if we have each other's names and tag each other, so everybody, is kind of going back and forth and looking at each other's timelines.
Right.
You're posting. Whoa, sorry. Turn that down.
Okay. But I mean, just a short video, you know, up close, you know, kind of like, I don't know, about like this or something, just really, you know, intensify that look of happiness on your face. And, you know, and James, even though you haven't gotten it yet, pretend. Just saying how happy you are. Get in on this.
I'm happy with you all.
Yeah.
I'm looking for, actually, I've got a couple tools where I can see what words are the strongest. And I believe happy is right up there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But happiness might be even bigger.
Yeah. Well, I've got one little banner. I think I might have gotten it from the Ella app that just says happiness. You know, and I've used that a couple times.
But the word love is also a very strong one.
Right.
So you love the happy drink. You love the happy coffee.
Right.
It makes me happy. I love the chocolate.
Right. Yeah. Now, do we want to say anything about it being coffee or any particular drink?
That's a tough one because everybody has a different preference whether they like coffee or chocolate or lemonade.
I think we should limit it to just, oh, there's this new product out and it makes you so happy. And, you know, this is incredible. I have not felt this good, this wonderful in so many years, you know, and short, sweet. I mean, shoot, might even be 30 seconds.
Well, the Elevate City website, you know what, that's, I mean, and you can use your code on it and send it to people that you know that want to know about it, and it takes them to the website, which basically advertises every product. So that's what
right. And that's what we use when we actually are talking to somebody, you know, or soliciting, but we don't want to put any links. I mean, no heading, no links. If you want to put any words on it at all, you could put, you know, I am so happy with this new product. You don't want to put any elevacy or elapreneurs or, you know, any association with any links that would directly bring it back to you either. We want to just keep it all generic. I mean, it's always going to have your little logo and name if they want to get to you particularly. But because we're going to be sharing them, I mean, like I'll use each of yours too, because I'll put them in our group in the Wolf Pack. And that way we can take from there, you know, you can get the little video URL directly from there.
I see. So keep it generic.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
The curiosity. Hey, I remembered that time. We want to keep that curiosity up. Hey, Margaret. Can you hear us?
Wow, 41 million.
Ah, Lulu made it. Hi, guys.
Hey, Lulu.
Can you two hear us okay? Margaret or Lulu, can you hear us yet?
Ethel, Margaret, Lulu. Hello.
Yeah, that's all I know was having problems with her, you know, and maybe she can see it from the replay.
Yeah. I mean, obviously she's there.
Yeah. Because if Margaret and Lulu, if you can leave a chat message, at least let us know if you can hear us.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. Because what I would do is volunteer one of you to kind of reiterate what we're just planning to do. And let's see.
Lulu can hear us.
Sound is great. Yes, I can hear and see you. Okay, we just can't see you guys. Okay. Who would like to volunteer to repeat what I just said? Come on, somebody volunteer.
Doing notes.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Okay, you're volunteered since you spoke up first.
Everybody should do a 1 minute happy video without, well, 1 minute or less, you know, give or take a couple seconds, without using the company name, logo, or links. and then make this, put it into the groups, and every one of us share each other's video on our timelines or within our groups, just to get the word out about a happy drink.
Right, exactly. Because what we want to try to do is we want to really ramp up that curiosity heavily, as much as
very hard to do with a dozen people or less.
Which is why, you know, it's even harder with just one or two.
Yeah, that's true.
Quite my point. So helping each other's backs in doing this, and every day, you know, take a few of us, and then maybe in the morning, then once in the afternoon or the evening, just make it a definite effort to get these videos out there and do it. And if we're all putting them in groups, I mean, there's groups you have that I don't, and vice versa, and everybody else. It's just, you know, a way to try to saturate more area. And not just Facebook. I mean, we can put these in the other social media groups as well.
Yes.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying too. I mean, Facebook, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram.
I think another, it just dawned on me, while doing that, we need to have a hashtag made that we are using, where it directs everybody back to the same posts. Because I'm not sure how many people use hashtags or which hashtags they're using. I began to start hashtagging everything happy drinks. And I don't know if it's got to be drink or drinks, you know, one of the two. But if everybody hashtags the same way on all social media platforms, every time somebody types in happy drinks, it's going to go back to us one way or another.
Awesome idea. Very good.
Yeah, it is. It's a really good idea.
Very good. Yeah. Okay. So which ones do we want to use? And I'll put a
for sure
note on there.
Well, yeah, decide on which one of those two. And the other one should be Wolfpack or Wolfpack Gang, or even a abbreviation of that, WP, you know, whatever you want to do, because as people see that and they click on it, if they click on a tag, it's going to show all the videos or posts.
Why don't we use 3, hashtag happy, hashtag Wolfpack, and then hashtag happy drink.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll probably add happy drinks myself, only because one of my domains is happy drinks.
Drinks.
Okay.
Okay, with the S.
So we don't want to use that necessarily.
Well, no, you can, because I do different variations on that also.
Okay. Okay.
Because of my domains.
Right. All right. Okay.
I think of it, yeah, I think if we all use at least 2 of those, one for the group, the Wolfpack, and one for the drink.
Right.
And we all put that on every post that we make.
Right.
That will help direct everybody's eyes back to us.
Right. Exactly. Now, I might throw in there hashtag happiness too, because that's a big one.
Yeah. And then a lot of people don't know that, of course, on different platforms, some you like Instagram, you want to use 9 or so hashtags, or you can use as many as you want.
Yeah.
But 9, I think 7 to 9 on Instagram. Facebook really doesn't go by hashtags, so only 2 or 3 help out.
Yeah.
Anything more really hurts.
Okay.
And Twitter?
I always wondered that, because you see some people using them and a lot not too, and so sometimes I do and sometimes I don't.
And how much in Twitter? Hashtags, Lady?
Twitter, no. Twitter's like, what do we used to use? 4 or 5? I think 5 is what we did in, you know, Mark's Twitter program through Browne University. I think it was about 5. So that's fine.
Well, that's the thing. Everybody's platform is a little bit different, and everybody will tell you something different.
Right.
Probably the best thing to do is just look at each platform and see what they recommend.
Yeah.
I got one more, the happy drink.
Is that out there predominantly?
That's what I've always, when I'm hashtagging, that's what I put, the happy drink.
The happy drink?
Yeah.
All one word. Okay.
Yeah, all one word, hashtag the happy drink. It's like with the T is capital, the H is capital, and the D is capital.
Yeah, but when it goes through the hashtag process, does it all shrink?
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's like your email addresses. Everyone say, well, capitalize this or that. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
It's
Yeah.
going to shrink.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That sounds great. Any other ideas?
I'm not thinking ideas.
Right.
I was looking what comes up on this, just on Instagram by itself.
Well, I know our leader has some ideas. Because he's
Oh, yeah. But I think this is a good one, too. I mean, because we really need to start getting, that curiosity out there.
I was really crossing my fingers hoping Mark was going to pop in on this.
I know, right? Well, and he also said he was leaving to see his mom in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he's with her right now, but I mean, you never know. It's only staying on my eyes on what 5:20, but it's okay. I'm sure he will come back and watch it.
Oh, I'm sure so.
And maybe that's why he popped on, because remember last time we said about which he would stop on just so people could see he's still alive and ticking and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, and when you do those hashtags, it's all as one word.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
And it looks like, come on. There's twice as many on Instagram. There's twice as many posts as happy drink than there is happy drinks.
Well, happy drink wins. Or you can put both of them up there if anyone is so inclined.
Right. That's as I usually use several. That's right. Like you said, you put like 5 of them that are similar.
Right. Okay. Oh, what is this one?
I don't know what that one. When did that come up?
I mean, this just popped in my head because I was looking at them, but we can also put hashtag the Wolf Pack. We can also use the Wolf Pack Gang hashtag. Say if we
fill it all out.
That just gives us more more of them to use.
Right. Yeah. Well, like we said, we can anything that's associated that way. Just don't use any company type of hashtags that would go back to Elevacy or Elapreneurs or anything of that sort. Okay. And we want to start this Monday. Would that work for those that are on here? Does Monday sound good? Think you can get a quick little video done between now and then and get them in the group?
Well, I know I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And then be sure to tag, all of us that, we're using the videos from when you do run theirs or yours, any of ours. Make sure we hashtag each other. Tag each other. Talk about hashtags.
Who's this in here? Yeah, there's a bunch of them in here. If you use Elapreneur, then they come up. There's an Elapreneur official. That's a pretty nice little post. Who's that by?
What's that on the top? Okay. Yeah, but then, if they see a hashtag, again, they could go there, and we don't want anything.
Right. No, we don't want to use Dose or Elevate or Elapreneur.
Boy, I've got a bunch. I got to take some tweets off then because I got a bunch of them out there.
I also don't believe that you're supposed to use those words because they are company.
They're links that take them to the company.
Right. And we don't want that to happen. We want to keep them within us directly. We don't want them independently going to the company.
Right. Because once they go there.
Actually, I mean, what I do, I have the, that code that you have after you put the .com, then you put the / whatever your code is. You know, I mean, I don't think that's a secret. Like mine's Brookstar.
Right, but I mean, if you just use the company as a hashtag, it's not going to go to your page. It's going to go to the company page, is what we're saying.
Oh, okay.
Right. So,
You'd have to use the whole Elepanor / your name, and I don't think you could do that as a hashtag.
And people out there in the general public aren't going to know to put / your name. You know,
exactly.
That's true.
They're just
that's why I put it in as a link.
And the bad thing about that is they go to the company site, then they see the price or whatever, and probably price more than anything. They say, no way.
Yeah.
So you just want to keep away from that and bring them in the back door through the wolf pack, maybe the Thinkific site so they can watch Mark's videos. Unless you've redone your own site, you can direct them to that one. But until that is all set up by Mark, your little code name really isn't going to help.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, you're right. It hasn't done anything.
Right. Well, and that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. It's like, gosh, there's a bunch of Elepanors at Connie and I have in, and the big thing that we've been doing, have you all been going to people and initiating, having them to try to join the whole thing, the Wolfpack gang?
I direct them to different places. I mean, I've got my own Thinkific site. I've got Mark's.
Right.
Wolfpack. I direct them to each one, where, hit and miss. I'm not real consistent on doing it the same way every time.
Right.
I'm sending them to Mark's.
Okay. This is what we're doing and what I have primarily been doing, and I am being extremely successful with it. We weren't going to tell this because this is what I introduced to my team, but it's working, is to, when you're talking to someone, about the product and how good it is, what I have been doing is getting them to join as an Elepanor for the $49, and that is only an annual fee, and then explaining to them how that will put them in, my team. But in addition to that, is that when they're ready, that they can graduate into this private executive team where we are putting together a program that's going to blow up the industry. But to do that, you have to buy a pack, and that's the $250 or $500. So they get real anxious about that. Might not can quite afford it yet, but they want to get in because then they can learn the back office. And it's like I have meetings on it, asking and answering questions about it, because there's a lot to learn. So if you can just get them in for that one price now, get them set up, learn their back office, and try to get their product pack done by the end of the year to take advantage of what Mark's going to be doing. You see, it gives them time to learn the product, because when Mark starts, this thing's going to blow up. And if we don't understand and know exactly what we're doing, and what all the tools are we have at our disposal to help people and direct people to, because they're going to have a lot of questions too. We're going to just be overwhelmed. So that's why, I mean, a lot of my people, they're on schedule to get their packs before the end of the year. I don't care if they get them today or if they get them the 30th of December. It's okay with me. But that's what they're planning on doing. Because right now, it's a big training organization that we have on getting everyone to understand and know the tools.
Well, that's a much better approach than what I'm trying.
It's working.
And
I'm letting the cat out of the bag.
Well, that's great. I mean, we're all working as a team in our executive group.
I've been thinking that we're all a team.
I know.
Well, we're in the executive
I've
group
given it a little while to see if it's working, and it is. So that's why I told my team the other day too. I said, well, I'm going to let them know too.
If you're doing that, along with, sorry, I got a little floater in my lemonade. While doing the videos, it is zest. Well, I came up with. While we're doing the videos, why do we not make some type of post? I mean, it's separate from the videos, but a $49, launch, whatever, and everybody start posting that also.
let's get these out first and then do that the next week. I don't want to put a fee behind it right off. I don't want anyone to think they're being swingled into something. I'd like to keep this strictly as a curiosity thing to begin with.
Okay.
Okay. I think that makes a little more sense, because my opinion is I don't want to be shown as we're out there pushing for this, like we need it.
Right.
You know, we can come back later and say, have you seen all these videos? Well, guess what you can do? You know, and then, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And maybe because you're good at writing up posts. I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm great at it. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to.
We could work together as a team or something to, you know, come up with an exact phrase to use.
Well, within the next 2 weeks, I will be starting to run my ads with my videos, the first ones we did, linking it to the Happy Drink as my call to action. So I'm going to see how this works out, because I gave you that link to Laurel Portier.
Yeah.
You didn't come in and watch that, but it was pretty good. And her little group she explains exactly how to write these curiosity posts up.
Is there a replay, or does she still have that somewhere?
There is a replay. Her basic group is $7 a month, where she's got a whole back office with replays of everything she's ever done. And for $7, if you're really into marketing, we're all into marketing, but if you want to do video marketing and learn how to build your Facebook page the correct way with your curiosity posts, doing it the way she's done it, she's an excellent trainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's her name?
Laurel Portier, Portier, and she's got a $7 group. You know, it's not an affiliate deal. It's nothing like that. I've just found that she's been really helpful, and she'll help anybody. Of course, when you get into her private, it's thousands of dollars, and she doesn't do it for free. Of course, that's why she does all this. But
that's where the replay on this one is at.
But she is a master at Facebook advertising.
Okay.
So anyway, you might want to look at her. But
yeah. And yet Mark is going to come up with, you know, pretty much specific things too that I think he's going to.
Well,
why I haven't started any paid ads or anything yet. I'm
from following Mark in the past few months, and then I also follow Laurel. Mm-hmm. Every coach or guru has their own system that they believe is the best. Mark says, you know, his 9-to-1 or his 7-to-1 ratio. Now Laurel has a different way of going about it, but whatever works, and that's something you got to play with. But the thing is that Laurel gets more into how you actually write your posts, make curiosities, and how to use the ads manager for what it is. Whereas Mark will show you how to make the video and say, okay, advertise it. Well, if you don't know how to use ads manager, you're not going to do that. So I've been going step by step trying to learn all this so I can do it myself.
Well, now, does she go through the new ads manager?
Mm-hmm.
Because that new one is totally, I looked at it, I said,
yep.
Shit, this is so different. I didn't know where to start. And I didn't have the time to figure it out.
Not only is she working on that now, but she's also ahead of the curve, and she knows what changes are coming up here in the 1st of January. So she's already directing people in how to get around some of this.
All right. Well, that sounds like something that I need, because I'm not, I mean, I suppose if I spent more time on it.
Well, I think we're all going to know. We're all going to have to know basically, because no matter what Mark does, unless you're using it and paying for your ads, it's really not going to go anywhere for yourself, I don't think. I don't believe Mark's going to pay for all the advertising to get this out to the multitudes.
No, the only thing he is going to be doing that will be paid and set up for us are the webinars.
Right.
That he's going to have each one of us coded to one of his only with our coding, which that just blows my mind every time.
Well, of course, everybody can sit and take their link or promote a webinar, and then here's your code. Like my code's Brady T, and I can tell my couple hundred people, hey, so watch this webinar. But if you're going to tell millions of people about it continually, then you have to go to paid advertising.
Right, but they're not going to be coded, is what I'm saying. The webinars that he makes, there's not going to be a coding that people need to use. The webinars that each one of us will get will be coded to us already.
Sorry, I bumped a button on my phone and somebody was talking to me. I don't even know who was listening in on this.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
The other side. Don't have that cigarette. I can't stand to see somebody smoke it.
Somehow I dialed a pizza restaurant.
Oh, order me a pizza. That sounds good.
Get that away from me. Sorry.
That's okay. But yeah, these webinars are not going to be ones where put your code in, because a lot of people don't too. No,
that's not the way I understood it. It would be, as you sit and watch the webinar, it's going to direct you to the Ellepreneur site, but somewhere along the line, you have to tell these people. It would be just like you having a webinar saying, go back to the person that invited you.
Right, which I think he's trying to get away from that, because it's
right.
necessarily
so that's where you use.
So my understanding is it will be coded like the link for the webinar.
Oh, now I got you. Okay, sorry, I'll stop. I got you.
I could be wrong, but that's my understanding.
I got you. You're right.
And that's what makes me just jump out of my mind. Because they'll be seeing marks and they'll get all that information, but they won't have to, oh, well, shoot, so I got to get back to this person to do this or that, or, well, here's Mark, I'm just going there. But they won't be able to do that if they're coded to us. It'll automatically go to us if they want to join.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's what he did explain how it was going to be.
Okay, all right.
Yep, you're right. I don't want to confuse everybody.
Oh, that's okay. I was afraid for a minute because that was my understanding.
But that's all right. I mean, we're at least 6 weeks away from that anyway, so might as well get off that topic. Let's go back to, yes, everybody should make a 1-minute video.
Right.
Whatever they're going to do it.
Right. Okay.
And let's get that going first and see how it goes by Monday evening.
Okay. All right. So and put them in the wolf packet. And of course, I'll go ahead and approve them and have them in there by Monday. Guys, let's get this going. And the other thing I wanted to do, and I'm just as guilty, but I'm going to change, because of all this starting Monday, I'm going to take a list so it's on my desktop. And every day, I think we need to deliberately go back and forth to each one's site. And I know, I got a lot of just, people hitting the like button or love or something like that. That doesn't do anything for us. Let's leave a comment.
Yes.
Something in the comment, a couple, 2 or 3 words is the minimum for it to do anything. Do you know what that is exactly?
I'm sorry, does what?
Don't you have to have a certain amount of words for it to actually help the algorithm?
I don't know how many words it is.
3, 4, 5. Well,
all I know is that just a like will do nothing.
Right.
A heart is better than a like, but unless you actually put a reply, a comment, it really doesn't do anything. If you do both, then it bumps the algorithm. Yeah.
Well, but you can only like or love or whatever one time, so.
Right. But a love
if you do both, like love and then make a comment.
Yes.
Or whatever. Right, I got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's deliberately start doing that on each other's posts. I mean, you can go to the member thing in the Wolfgang pack, and it's got us all listed there. You can, hold your link down, copy it all, put it on a Word doc or something, so it's right there on your computer. And let's start doing that back and forth. At least every day. So make sure everybody's got some sort of fresh content on their page. Mine usually doesn't appear till like noon or after, so it will be there. As most of you know, I am not an AM person.
Well, besides doing that, what I've gotten so far off track, I have not been doing live videos like I used to.
Yeah.
Uh,
I haven't either, just because of my health.
Up until 6 months ago, I forced myself to do a live. I was doing them every day. Mm-hmm. And I've probably done 4 in the last 6 months. And the only way to really get the word out is with these live videos.
Yeah.
And within our group, as small as it is, we all need to start doing these live videos.
Yes, definitely.
And if we decide to do this, I was trying to get my phone to work on the screen share. I don't know why I have not been able to do this.
Okay.
There is a way. I don't know how many people in here uses Android opposed to Apple.
I do.
Androids?
Android.
Yeah. Androids.
Yeah,
do you know that when you're on your Android and you're watching and you're looking at Facebook, and then somebody does a live and you're watching their live and it says share. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna get my darn screen share hooked up so I can show you guys that underneath it where it says share, if you tap the share button, and if you belong to 100 groups, all your groups are listed.
Right.
And all you have to do is go share, 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 and it just
yes, but if you do too many of those, that like Facebook, they don't like you sharing.
Well, you can go up. I know for a fact you can do 10 real easy.
Oh, yeah.
And I do it with myself when I'm doing a live. I'll sit there and start sharing, but I'll do it like 20, 30 times. I haven't got put in Facebook jail yet over doing that.
Okay.
But if everybody in here, when you see another team member go live, share that out for them. And sharing is caring.
Right.
Just by you watching it is not doing a lot of good for anybody.
Right.
But if each one of us would share this 10 times into 10 different groups,
right?
I'm sure we're all in a number of different groups. We can't all, there's millions of them out there.
Yeah, that's a good way to do it too.
And start sharing that information out.
Yeah.
And Brady, is that during the live or afterwards?
During the live.
During the live.
While the live is going and you're watching it, you just tap that share button and it will give you a list of all the groups you're in. Now, of course, you've got to mentally remember which groups are private groups, which ones are public groups, who would accept the shares. You know, they're basically a bunch of spam groups anyway, but what the hell, at least you're getting the word out.
Right, right. And you can do that from your desktop as well.
You can, but not as fast as you do from the phone.
Okay. I don't usually use my phone for lives.
Well,
I hate it.
I've got my phone. Every time it dings, I'm like, oh, who's on there? And I look, and if it's somebody I know that's doing a live, I just start sharing it for them.
Yeah.
Every time. It's just a habit I've gotten into.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen too many teams that do that for each other. Because when you do your own personal live, unless you're sharing it yourself,
right?
How many people are actually seeing it?
Right.
Not very many.
Not very many. No.
Not very many.
Right. That's a good idea to do the group thing then too. I'll try it on my
anybody
laptop.
is really interested in doing lives, I would personally like to start working with people and groups to get myself acclimated to teaching this, because I do want to do courses on video. This is my main thing that I want to move towards.
Yeah. Oh, I love doing that too. I mean, you know, the video thing, I'm always playing with them.
Well, there's so many people that think, oh yeah, I can do a live. Well, you can, but there's a lot of little technical things you should know about it just for a basic live.
Right. Yeah.
Before you get into the Zooms and the OSBs and the, you know, all this other crap.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And so many people aren't even going to turn that phone on and do a live just because they're going to say, I can't do it.
I know, it's crazy. That's where that thing comes in with the 30-day challenge video thing I have.
And that's what I want to start doing.
Have you all
might get into
done a
doing
30-day
challenges.
video challenge?
Yes.
Okay. And it helped you?
It was difficult, very difficult in the beginning. Yes, and and it still is.
It's a mental block.
Say
is
it
what
still
down.
is.
Did you make it? Did you make it through the 30 days?
I didn't end it.
Ours is really simple. The one I have, you know, it's just very short little sentences. You know, talk about this or talk about that. I mean, they're just little clips that are really, really easy.
Well, what you guys started doing in your group was really good.
Yeah.
But it wasn't very long lived, though.
Yeah. Yeah. The original one, when I did it originally way back when with people, it was great. You know, it went over real well. I'm going to put it, you know, in the files in our Wolfpack group so that if anyone is interested in using it to help get acclimated to those lives, you're more than welcome to use it. And it isn't that you have to do that first one on day one. I mean, there's all kinds of questions. If you just wanted to do it to 2 weeks or something, just whatever helps you, however many it takes to help you, you know, look at some of those topics.
No, and the topics you had were good because they are not product driven. I mean, they're
more
nurture,
personal.
it's nurture content.
It's more personal for getting to know who you are.
Yep.
And with all, I've got so many more people in mind. Actually, it wouldn't hurt for me to, you know, try to do that on a regular basis again. Anyway. So.
Well, I would like to start doing that because I think when you, even myself, I'm comfortable doing a live.
Oh yeah.
But I hate jumping on and doing it if I don't have a topic to talk about. I'm not gonna get on there and just talk about the, you know, oh, I'm walking around, I'm, you know,
like
blah, blah,
a
blah.
lot of people do.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care about this, and I just turn it off.
Exactly. You know, but if you've got a topic you're talking about,
right,
where people are getting to know you and seeing your face, even if they watch it for a minute, that's fine. But the consistency of doing it every day, and then all of us sharing it out. So, you know, it's free advertising.
Right. Yeah.
Rather than doing your paid advertising with your wrapped videos and all this, trying to reach thousands of millions of people, if you can just reach 50 and 100 people at a shot, so these people get to know your face, and then somewhere down the road you do your video and say, hey, oh, by the way, you know, I can do this because I've got mental clarity and I'm happy because I use this. And there's your CTA.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's a great idea. You know, and so many of these little challenge questions in there too. I mean, the difference between doing it now and when I did it, you know, 6-7 months ago would be that, yeah, I have such a different attitude, you know, such more of a happier one because of what I'm doing.
Exactly.
That it would come across a lot better too.
Well, that's the good thing about this product is that it does work. I mean,
yeah. Have you all had anyone say that it didn't work for them?
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a couple, and I was like, "What?" I said, "Well, you must be too normal."
That's exactly what it is. I think you get these people that are probably a health freak or a normal person that doesn't have a lot of additives in their body, and it doesn't do a lot.
Or problems in their lives.
Yeah, and I have used other products. I mean, I'm involved with quite a few where I know for a fact that it takes more than one dose. It's going to take you 10 to 14 days to get this into your system and really get the benefits of it.
Wow.
And the more I take, I've been taking this now for over a month, and I drink anywhere from 1 to 2 cups a day, along with the Xanthromax. And I can tell such a difference.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. And I just got the lemonade. I love it. I was so happy to get that. So happy. I was happier.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of playing with mixing your coffee or mixing with chocolate. I mean, they're all good products.
Yeah.
The lemonade.
I just had the lemonade with water, ice and water. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it better with a little bit of sweetener in it because it's almost bitter to me.
Oh, I love it. Well, it's like I like tea without any sugar. So. But yeah, okay, that sounds great. All right, so we're going to do the happy videos and have them all posted in our group by Monday. Excuse me. And then let's see. Yeah, so we can start doing like what we said, to start posting them around and tagging each other and sharing them in groups. Commenting. I'm sorry.
Does everybody here have a regular Facebook page and a fan page going?
Not a fan.
I have.
Okay. Because this is something that Mark didn't explain when in Immortal Content. And so many people doing video don't explain it right off the bat. There's a difference on your pages whether you use your phone vertical or horizontal, right? So we also got to decide now, are we going to do vertical videos?
I'm going to use my laptop, so mine will be.
Okay, so yours comes out widescreen, just like a phone would do this way.
Right.
To do I mean, you can shoot your video. You're not doing a live, so you're just shooting a video. So if you want to do your video on your phone this way, that's fine. And we'll all have the same format. That way, if we splice them together, it's not going sideways to up and back and forth.
Right, right. Good point. Great. Thanks for bringing that up.
So everybody would want to do it
horizontal. Okay.
Now, and that's when you just use your video on your camera. If you're doing a Facebook Live off your timeline, you have to do it this way because it won't allow you to do it this way. If you're on your fan page using your phone, you can do it this way. It gets a little
on the Facebook, your personal private Facebook. If you do it on your phone for your private Facebook, it has to be held.
It has to be this way. If you turn your phone sideways, the whole thing spins. It just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that. But if you're running a live off of your fan page on your phone, you can do it this way. It gives you that big wide angle full screen effect.
I wonder why that is. Why it would show one way on one and different on the other. That's just the way
they have these pages set up.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason you use a fan page for people that do a lot of video. But, you know, Mark made that
comment. Says good points, and thank you for bringing them up. You're welcome.
Mark made that comment, a little while back about he foresees all video being done vertical in the future. I don't know who came up with that.
It's so much easier. People don't think to turn their phone that way. I mean, they hold their phone this way, and that's what they're ready to do, you know?
I think this way has a lot to do with, like, he's watching Gary Vaynerchuk, and he's doing a lot of these video raps, and everything's done this way.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you for that. That's awesome. I wasn't aware of the differences between the groups myself, so. Okay, so we'll get those done and ready by Monday. And be sure to tag everybody when you do them. Start commenting in the comments, on each other's posts and pages each day. Try that different approach with your elopreneurs to start getting as many, at least, elopreneurs in right now. Create your own team. And then create your excitement there for what Mark is doing and graduate them into his team via having to get a pack. Some who can afford it, tell you can get the one for $250, but that's what's going to initiate them to be able to use all the tools, and you can explain to them some of what Mark's going to be doing.
Yep.
And into his private groups and discussions and things like that as to what we're going to be doing in the future as well. And I will put the video challenge in our group also, and I think that about covers it, unless anyone has any.
And you've got the hashtags that we're going to use?
Yes, I have them, and I'll put them in the group as well. I can run down some of them I have here. Is hashtag the happy drink, hashtag happy, hashtag wolf pack, hashtag happy drink, hashtag happiness. What was this? Or hashtag happy drinks. So those are the ones that I have written down, and I will also put those, in a post in our group for your videos.
Okie dokie.
Okay. All right. So any other questions?
Well, I'm glad you took all the notes. I'm not good at note taking.
I'm typically not either, but I did because I knew I'd forget.
Yeah.
I don't write it down, I forget it. So.
I started about halfway through.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have them, and like I said, I'll put them in the group, but I think this would be really great. You know, I think it's a really good idea. Team effort, start getting that curiosity out there, and then, like we said, maybe then the following week, you know, we can get together and get a good post ready, like what you had suggested for initiating that $49 thing. Doesn't Facebook frown on you putting dollars and cents on things like that to join stuff?
I don't know why. I have not done it, but I don't know why you can't make a post that says $49. Just big.
I don't know. I just know I was the first time I was totally shut down from my profile. Not this one, but another one. When I was with MLSP, I was doing something similar, and it was only $10, and I lost 3,500 people doing that.
Yeah, well, I lost 2,000 a year ago.
Okay. Well,
I mean, my Facebook page looks like nobody's there because my other one did get locked up, shut down.
Yeah.
After I built it for a year and a half, and all those people are gone.
I know, and it really hurts. It's like, gosh, I'm sure we both would have had well over 5,000. Well, by now I would have had more than that, because I did have another one previous to that that also was shut down. But we won't talk about that either. You know, it hurts. It just really hurts.
I've never had anything shut down. How do you guys get shut down?
I don't know.
I think it has to do more with links than anything else.
Do you?
And I quit posting links. That's why on a fan page, you can put links on your fan page, but you can't share them out. So I make my videos, and then I do like I forgot what's the name of my fan, Brady Theodore. I put the @ Brady Theodore, and it directs people back to my fan page. And if they click on that @ goes to my fan page, then they can see all my videos with links. If they want to click on a link, there it is.
Yeah.
I don't share them out in groups because that's how I know for a fact that's how I got my first Facebook account shut down. I mean, I was just throwing links everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and if you do a video, you can kind of put that in the video too.
You can you can pin the link inside the post. And certainly after the video is shot, you can pin that link in there. But you don't want to share it.
What do you mean? What do you mean pin the link in there? You mean in the video so that it's written inside the video?
Yeah, in your description of the video.
Right.
Yeah.
Wrap it with the link on there.
Yeah.
And that you can do from your fan page.
People could
you can do it on the comment too, can't you?
You can put it in your comment after the fact, and I think you can comment on it as you're doing your live also. Or you can have another team member do it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just quit doing it altogether. I just use @ symbols to get people directed back to my pages. Because I've got 3 different pages going.
So you use the @ and like the name of your fan
Well,
page.
you use @ I don't know if you've ever done it, when you're making your post and you put @ and then you put like Carol, it's going to give you a list of all the carols, and you should be on there. You click it, and then it's embedded into that post.
I mean, I put @C and you're there.
Right. I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, just like what happens when you're making a post in our group or something.
Yeah.
You know, the little @ comes up all the time.
Because there's a difference between a hashtag and an @.
Right. That's why I wanted to
Two different
clarify that. Gotcha. Cool.
And it's if it once it's blue and it's @care like you, it's like you click that, then you're at then I go to your page.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
More go here and it has your name.
And these are just all little tricks that you kind of pick up as you're going.
That's a good one too. Thank you.
It is.
Yeah.
I kind of already knew about that because by accident I've figured that out, but it's
Well, it's hard to remember to do all of these when you make a post, whether, you know, if you're on your personal page or if you're on a fan page, and how you're going to make your post and what ats you're going to put on it and how you're going to share it and what hashtags you're, and to do that to every post you do, it gets a little confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I noticed like Mark's, that last one he just did, that whatever it was, but so when you type that and it brings up Facebook's background, that actually works.
Yes.
See, I didn't know that. Well, I did that today and I saw his. I said, oh crap, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how he gets away with a lot of what he does, but I mean.
Because he has such a following. That's a big deal too.
It is.
When you have a huge following, you can get away with a lot more.
He has an account with Facebook. He can probably just call them.
And let this go by.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm kind of anxious, and you know, I've just got to be so careful, because my Facebook was shut down for what, several days, almost a week, not too long ago. Scared the tar out of me. So I got to be careful.
Well, that's why this is why I started doing what I've done, is putting my links on my fan page, and then I can make like a pin post, and in my posts I will put at Brady Theodore, you know, look at the pin post at, and when they go to my page, it's the first post they see.
Right, because it's pinned there. Yeah, gotcha.
So that's how I'm trying to get around all this.
Yeah, understand. Interesting.
Is it right? Is it wrong? I'm not sure, but it's working for me.
But if it works, yeah. Well, it's like I've got to, for my fan page, you know, I can't use the Envisioning Utopia with Carol because I can't do anything with it anyway. I can't even use my ads manager for it. So I've got a different account, and time comes, I'll just start using that. You know, but for now, I mean, my Facebook profile, it's my main profile, and I'm not.
Yeah, well, everybody is different. You know, I know of another leader in the industry that uses their timeline as that's where they advertise, and they put their own personal posts in between. But for the most part, it's advertise. But she's got 5,000 followers.
Advertise off your personal page. You can't run ads off your personal page.
Well, I mean, she advertises as far as that's what she's talking about all the time.
Oh, okay.
Not with links or such. She's just saying, hey, this is what I've got, come to me. And it's always something different, continuous, like going to an infomercial.
Right. Right.
And that's where you're supposed to use a fan page for that rather than your personal page. But every guru is different, and they all tell you different things.
Yeah. And
it depends on your own personality. If you're going to get followers that follow you because you've always got products and this and that and everything going, hey, that's how you built your following. If people follow you because they like your sweet little puppy dogs, that's why they follow you. Then you got to direct them. And once they're a friend with you, it shows up on your fan page. Then you invite them to your fan page.
Right.
And if they want to have something to do with it, they will. If they don't, they don't.
Right. Right. Okay, sounds good. All right, well, I guess that about sums it up. You think?
That's good, because I got to go in there and finish making my dinner.
That's what I'm thinking. My stomach's growling. I have to go make my dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I hear. Okay, I guess you guys are talking inside. All right. Okay, well, guys, then I'm going to sum it up, and I appreciate you all coming. And those of you who are watching the recording, if you have any questions, you know, you can yell at me or, you know, one of the guys that are on here live now if you weren't sure of anything particular that we talked about. But yeah, let's do this. Let's be ready to, you know, unload this and do it Monday. So let's get our videos done, up, and let's rock and roll.
Okie dokie.
Sounds like a plan. Who's with me? Everybody? Yay! Yes. All right. All right, guys. Thank you.
See y'all later.
All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.